everyone, and welcome back to Miss Carter's classroom for day 2. Thank you so much for coming back. If you remember yesterday, we read a new storybook. It was called The Leopard's Drum. Well, today we've got the important job of coming up with some actions to help with my story map, because I've been very busy overnight and I've decided to draw some pictures and create a story map of the story. But we need some actions to help us, and this is where you're going to help me. So what we'll do today is have a little read of the story, and I'll keep stopping it and seeing if you can help me come up with some of the actions. Okay? So, shall we start? So, the first thing we'll say is the title of our story is The Leopard's Drum. So, when we do the title of our story, we're going to say the title of our story is The Leopard's Drum. What action could we have for leopard, do you think? How about the whiskers for the leopard? Can you do that with me? Very good. And how about drum? Very good. Okay, so let's practice that together. The title of our story is The Leopard's Drum. Super. Okay. Let's see what happens first of all. Here we go. Acebo the leopard was fierce, proud and boastful. He made a huge drum and he played it every day. Animals came from near and far to see it. It was a magnificent drum, the best they had ever seen. They all wished it belonged to them. Okay, so shall we think about this first picture? It's a picture of the leopard and his drum. So let's say, once there was a leopard who had a drum. Can you try that? Once there was a leopard who had a drum. Super. Let's see what happens next. I wonder if you can remember. Even Naomi, the sky god, wanted it. Acebo, he said. That's a wonderful drum. I should have a drum just like that. Will you give me your drum? So, you need to think of an action for Naomi, the sky god. Where do you think he lives? It's right in the sky. So, we could say, first, Naomi, the sky god, wanted the drum. Can you try that? First, Naomi, the sky god, wanted the drum. Good. Oh, what did Acebo say? Can you remember? No, said Acebo. Will you lend me your drum? No, said Acebo. Will you let me try your drum? But Acebo said no. So, I think we should say, but Acebo said no. Should we try that? But Acebo said no. Super. Should we try that first line all together? Okay, let's start with the title at the top. The title of our story is The Leopard's Drum. One day there was a leopard who had a drum. First, Naomi, the sky god, wanted the drum, but Acebo said no. Super. Okay, let's have a look what happens after that. Oh, who do we meet here? The next day, Onini the python went to get the drum. What action could we use for python? Excellent. Can you try that? Very good. What did Acebo say though? But Acebo said no. Let's try that then, shall we? So, we can do a simple saying next. Next, Onini the python wanted the drum, but Acebo said no. Very good. Who do we meet after Onini? After we meet Isono the elephant. And he went went to get the drum. Uh-oh. But what does Asibo say? He says no. Oh, I was just admiring your fine drum, your huge drum, your magnificent drum, Asibo. Goodbye, Asibo. Okay, let's have a think about what animal Isono is. He's an elephant. Can you do an action for an elephant? He might stomp, and he has a large trunk. Can you do that? Very good. So we can say after Isono the elephant wanted the drum, but Asibo said no. Who do we meet then? Ah, yes. Do you remember Astroboa, the monkey? The next day, something strange moved along slowly through the forest. The animals were puzzled. What could it be? Ah, it was Astroboa the monkey. What action could we do for the monkey, do you think? I think a monkey might go a bit like this. Can you try that? Very good. So we'll say, then Astroboa the monkey wanted the drum, but Asibo said, oh, no. Very good. Can you remember who is after the monkey? Let's have a look. That's right. It's the little tortoise called Achi-Cheri. Last of all, Achi-Cheri the tortoise went to get the drum. Did anyone believe he could do it? She could do it? No. Well, what action could we have for a tortoise? Well, they are quite small and quite round, I think. So can you do this to show the tortoise? Very good. So we can say, finally, because it's the last animal to try, finally, Achi-Cheri the tortoise tricked Asibo to get in the drum, didn't he? She. Shall we have a look? Looking for me, Achi-Cheri. Not really, Asibo. I was just looking at this drum. Don't you think it's a fine, huge, magnificent drum? Well, it's all right, I suppose, for a middle-sized drum. Middle-sized? You ridiculous creature. Don't you know this is the biggest, best drum in the whole forest? Well, said Achi-Cheri, I've heard Naomi's got a bigger drum. What? Said Asibo. Oh yes, it's so big he can climb inside it and not one bit of him sticks out. Well, I can climb right inside mine too, said Asibo. Just watch. Ah, he's tricking him, isn't he? Asibo began to squeeze himself into the drum. Am I inside, Achi-Cheri? Not nearly, keep going. Now, Achi-Cheri? Yes, Asibo, now you're inside, but you can't get out. And Achi-Cheri sealed the drum with a large cooking pot. Okay, so we could say, finally, Achi-Cheri the tortoise tricked Asibo to get inside the drum. Shall we try that? It's a bit longer. Finally, Achi-Cheri the tortoise tricked Asibo to get inside the drum. And then what happens? Right near the end. Oh, where does he take the drum? To Naomi. Here is Asibo's drum, Naomi, and Asibo's inside. Well done, said Naomi. No one else could do this. Achi-Cheri looked around. She thought about what she'd like for her reward. Please, Naomi, most of all, I would like a hard shell to protect me from the fierce animals. Ah, so we need to say, Naomi said, well done, and gave Achi-Cheri a hard shell. Shall we try that? So, Naomi said, well done, and gave Achi-Cheri a hard shell. end. Wow, thank you so much for helping me with all those actions. Do you think you can do it with me, the whole thing? Okay, should we start right from the beginning? Don't worry if you can't remember it, you can just watch me and we'll try and do it together, okay? So we start with our hands together and we start by saying, the title of our story is The Leopard's Drum. One day there was a leopard who had a drum. First, the sky god wanted the drum, but Achi-Cheri said no. Next, Onini the python wanted the drum, but Achi-Cheri said no. After, Isono the elephant wanted the drum, but Achi-Cheri said no. Then Asraboa the monkey wanted the drum, but Achi-Cheri said no. Finally, Achi-Cheri the tortoise tricked Achi-Cheri to get inside the drum. Naomi said, well done, and gave Achi-Cheri a hard shell. The end. Whew, wow, well done. What I think you could do today is have a go at doing it all by yourself. There should be a picture attached to the bottom of the video where you could look at that in more detail to help you. Maybe you could retell the story to your grown-ups or your brothers or sisters, or even just to one of your teddies. I'm going to have a go with Mr. Hippo now. See if you can do that before our next lesson tomorrow. Okay? Really well done. I'm so happy you came to see me today. See you soon. Bye.